I'm born in Glasgow, but my family are from Iraq. So that's why you see Aladdin but hear Shrek. Where are you guys from, sir? Czech Republic, nice one, sir. What are you kind of drink you have? Nice Czech beer?
I don't think that is, no.
No. You seem very disappointed of it, like, back home I could save a tenth of what I'm paying in this pint right now. What's your name, sir?
Martin.
Martin, oh, nice Martin. And who are you with here? Your lovely, just girlfriend? Wife? Sister? I mean, what's going on? I'm running out of adjectives. Or how do you describe? Date? Oh, date, well, congratulations, Martin. How, first date, second date? You've stopped counting? Oh, all right. I mean, we're 3 minutes in, but let's skip. That's all. What about yourselves? Are you a happy couple in comparison to this 1 hour date that you're going to be sitting next to? Just friends? Oh, but maybe later on, you know? So we have 4 single people in the front row, and maybe switch around. I don't know. I mean, what's your name, sir? Joseph. Do you find Martin attractive by any chance? Because out of the 4, you 2 are the most likable. So I would say, I'm just teasing you guys. Look, if it helps, I talk nonsense. All right, you're gonna find out in a minute. Hey, we're better off without coming here. But I had a very unique upbringing with both the Arabic side and both the Scottish side. And the reason that is because my parents, they didn't raise me in a particular way. They didn't say like, okay, well, you're gonna like be raised in like an Arab way. Instead, what they did, they sent me to a Catholic school. No particular reason, just across the road, lazy parents. But for those who've never had the Catholic experience, I'll go through a couple of points. First of all, I loved it, right? It was an incredible experience. My parents sent me there. I was the only Muslim in the school, but I thought to myself, you know what, this is incredible, right? Absolutely loved it. I'll go through a few points for those who've never had the Catholic experience. So first of all, Jesus Christ, what a guy. I think we can all agree there. He is amazing. If I was talking in one word, Jesus Christ, superstar. I'm sure we can all agree on that because he was just so impressive. You're told straight away about how amazing Jesus is. You're told straight away, Jesus Christ, he died for your sins. Muhammad, natural causes. Not impressive. Right? Jesus was way more impressive. He had the Jesus sandals. The man had his own sneaker deal. I'm just saying, these are things that you thought, wow, amazing. He's got a sponsorship. Muhammad, no merch. Not a single, not a shoe, not a hat. Muhammad had nothing, right? So I was always just a huge fan of Jesus. I just thought he was amazing. He was my hero. Everything about it. I just loved everything there was about Christian school. And also, so no Catholics here by any chance? 1 or 2 just quietly offended by the last 5 minutes? All right, that's, I guess most people here are atheists, would that be correct? Woo! Yeah, woo for not believing, that's incredible. Woo for just giving up hope on an afterlife. Woo on being like, what? A better life in the afterlife? Nah, I'm gonna just enjoy what I have here. It's very, very interesting as well. Also, in Catholic school, right, you get hymns. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but this is hymns. These are the songs you sing during the Mass, right? So, when you go to Catholic school, you have to attend a Mass, and at the Mass, there's hymns, and these are songs. So, they had a soundtrack to the religion. It was incredible, right? So, I'll go through a couple of songs. So, Kumbaya, my Lord, that's one. Amazing Grace, that's another. Yeah, see, fans in the back. These are popular songs. The number 1 song, of course, Like a Virgin by Mary. That one was absolutely incredible. Number 1 for over 2,000 years. It was just amazing. And the best part about Catholic school, about the Mass, about attending everything, was bread. You got bread as part of the Mass. Yeah, see, like we have loads in common with whoever giggled. But it's just an incredible experience and stuff. But I never got the bread because I was Muslim. Oh. But I begged. Oh my God, did I want that bread? I begged and pretty much, please, miss, can I just try the bread? Please, and stuff. And eventually they just gave up. They were like, fine, fuck it. just fuck it. Like that's how you know. That's how annoying you are as a child when you've made nuns and sisters go fuck it. None of this is real. God doesn't exist. Just queue up. Go with the bread. Whatever. But that's the thing. Like I begged and pleaded and stuff. I was like, oh, you know, I went to my parents. I mean, Mum, Dad, I've got a big announcement there. I'm going to eat bread at school. Like it was just a very important thing. And then one day it was my big day. Finally, like I'm integrated with the class, and I'm here. I'm standing there. You know. Final big day, the queue, all the boys and girls are there, the priest is there, he's handing out. Look over to the side, my parents are there with pride and hummus. They did not know what the bread meant. They had no idea what the bread meant. They thought it was like pita bread. They thought the altar was like a tapas bar. They bought shawarma, tabbouleh, they bought the whole thing. I mean, honestly, I don't know if anyone's ever had the body of Christ. On its own, it's very dry, much like the tone of the show. But with hummus, oh, I mean, it was amazing. I must say, next time if you ever go to Catholic school, or Mass, try it, honestly. Jesus Christ, a bit of dip, and you are in for a treat. I mean, I think that's where the two cultures can combine. That's where you can have, like, Christianity and Islam come and join forces. Just have the body of Christ, but have a mezza platter alongside it, you know, and just have that nice combination of the two. But we have, you know, different. I think multiculturalism is great. I love the fact that, you know, I had perks of the Arab side, I had perks of the Scottish side. Did anyone have that like myself, to have like basically like a dual nationality by any chance? Or you guys are nodding, of course. Well, so you said you're born in London, is it? Where's your family from?
My mom is from Iran and my father's English.
So, oh, nice as well. And yourself, are you also the same?
My family's from Iran, but I grew up in Australia.
Okay. So, and how did you guys meet each other? You guys are dating, aren't you? You saw why I did to these two couple and thought.
Through work.
Through work. Okay. What do you guys do for work?
I'm actor director.
Oh, right, okay. So you have that kind of relationship. Okay, the actor-director relationship. The old role-playing relationship, is it? Yeah. Now I see why you're not a couple. I get it. No, I think there's perks to both. I think there's perks to both cultures, wherever you're from, miss, and that's cool, you know. But but I have like the Arab side of the Scottish side. Scottish, of course, we're known for our drinking as well, you know. There's a bit like the Prague culture. Yeah. I'm born in Glasgow, grew up in Glasgow. Glasgow is a drinking culture, therefore I am an alcoholic. However, I'm also Arab. You can't have the best of both worlds. Like, I'm Scottish on the outside, you know? Like, when I'm at a bar and I've got a beer, I'm happy, I'm Scottish on the outside. However, on the inside, I'm Arab. When I drink, my liver screams, Allah Akbar. I can't handle that much alcohol. I wish I would have the Prague liver in the face, you know, whatever, like there's so many perks. Because I've had to give up the drinking. I you know, just can't do it anymore. You know, I'm a comedian, I go to bars, I perform every night. Every time you get beers and drinks, and it just got too much. You know, I was just getting fat, I'll be honest with you, that was it. It's a confidence-based job, and I was just struggling, right? I was that. But what I noticed is whenever you work on yourself, whenever you make that change and you go, right, I'm going to change now, I'm going to better myself, there's always that one friend that discourages you from any self-improvement. There's always that one friend. Yeah, you're looking at the friend right now. You know exactly who I'm referring to. Moira, I know who you know. That's exactly what we do, right? We criticize the other person, you know. Yeah, that person, that what happens is they put their insecurities onto you. They say things like, oh no, you don't have to do that. No, you don't have to lose any weight. No, you're not fat. If you're fat, what does that make me? Fatter. Why am I lower to your shit standards? It's not fair. Because I have friends, what they do is, they do daily affirmations. They wake up, look in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful, and they're not. Do you do daily affirmations, miss? No. And you don't need to either. Alright, there you go. Yeah, I know, I felt bad. I was like, she's gonna cry and leave, and I really need the audience, so that second one was panicking. I'm like, she leaves, we better buck up. But, yeah, sorry, Alex, I'm still on row number 1, don't worry. But it's that weird thing of like, you know, I get this negativity from my family. This comes from the Arab side, right? As I said, like, you know, the natural picking and teasing and stuff that I get that from my family. Because in the West, it's like we have body positivity, self-care, love yourself. This does not exist in the Middle East. You don't get body positivity in the Middle East. If I went to my family and said, hey, you're body shaming me, they would say, hey, your body is shaming the family. See, some of you have close family members. There you go. You good? You need time? You alright? It's alright. We'll take a breathing break if you ever suffocate. But
What's your affirmation right now?
oh, just get through it. Just get through it. Just 1 hour to go. Alright, just literally it. No, I don't do affirmations and stuff. Now, what I do instead were defamations. The same thing, you know, wake up, look in the mirror and say, this is what's wrong with you. And just move on. I nitpick my way. Because I do go out and nights out and stuff. I'm a comedian. I'm always in like a bar and stuff like that. Anyone here tonight on like a night out? Gee, just... Yeah, no, I want to go home too, yeah. No one, be honest guys, I mean, Saturday night afterwards, anyone getting a beer afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you'll get a beer, that's at home in the fridge. But no, people go out nights out all the time. When I'm, being a comedian and stuff, I see people on nights out often. And usually what happens is, similar to tonight, so when you guys are out there in the bar area getting your drinks, I'm usually like in the green room or like the tech room, and I'm kind of like writing my notes and stuff. But sometimes they're not in a green room. You know, you're performing shitholes, let's be honest with you. And you're usually in the bar amongst the crowd. And often that happens, and I'm like, sitting in a corner writing my notes, just like tonight. And then people sort of come in waves. And on one particular gig I was doing, right, there was a group of people, and they were on like a hen night, like a proper night out, loud and proud. Like, you can tell like they were on a proper night out because you heard them before you saw them. You know this group? Yeah. The ones when they come in, you get like little ripples in your pint glass, like Jurassic Park. You're like, what's going on? Is that? So that's what happened, right? So they all came in quite loud and stuff, and they were all kind of clearly in a kind of celebration. And Lady the Pack was going, "Way, yes, Friday night," just making all like a ruckus. And she was giving all love to her friends. Oh my God, Samantha, so much for coming. Amanda, I love you. Rachel, like just completely love and like affection and stuff. I'm looking around the room and stuff. I was like, anyone noticing like this big loud group? Because they, make a lot of noise in comparison to the rest of the room. And I'm looking around and no one's noticing this. No one's picking this up and stuff. And I look around and they're so happy. And everyone else is just sitting at the bar, miserable. Like, I know my target audience. As a collective group, you're all happy. But as individuals, you are sad. Like, I know my people, right? So I was strange when I saw them come in. I was like, my God. But here's the thing. When I saw them, I didn't like panic because oh God, this is going to be like a tough night. No, I got jealous. I got jealous because of how happy they were. Because they were just happy and smiley and like making like compliments to each other. And I got just because I never get that with my friends. Like, I'll give you some examples of what my friends say to me when we meet up. Alright? So I had one friend who said that my hair looks like a Lego piece perfectly sitting on my head. I had another friend who said, I have the confidence of someone who doesn't realize what he looks like. So these are the kind of friends that I have, right? The kind of friends that do. Meanwhile, they were full on complimenting each other and stuff. And oh my God, you're beautiful. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to be called beautiful just once by just anyone like that? Like, do you have that with your guy friends? Sort of, did they call you beautiful? No, but they should. I mean, honestly, like the people in the back, you were missing out. This is the best seat in the house. I get to look at him. Like, you don't realize how good looking this guy. First of all, black, so not British, so teeth, right? Secondly, the man has got amazing, just the dress, European stuff. Honestly, when you guys leave tonight, if you guys can just stay in the front row and just kind of. Like, you'll understand. The guy behind you smelling your neck. But, body like Tarzan, face like Jane, you are stunning, sir. And you're not bad yourself. Like, I don't see see how that, I mean, the back row, I'm sure you look lovely, but you're in the dark. So, but this one, thank God for house lights, because, whoever coordinated this, well done, team. This was incredible. And that's the kind of compliments I would want to just be able to give. Because I generally heard this from the group, right? One female friend said to another one, "Oh my God, Becky, I love you so much. I would love to have your boobs." That's how high of a compliment they were willing to go. I will love to have your boobs. Guys, let's be honest, we're never getting that. I mean, has anyone ever asked for your testicles? No, it's never going to happen, is it? No, absolutely not. But you should. I mean, look at them, they're right there. She's not going to have them, she's not going to, I'm just saying, get them, whip them out, boys. They are fantastic, and they are some good-looking men in this room who deserve to be complimented. I swear to God, every single one of you, you're gorgeous, you're handsome. You should smile more. Have you been told that before, guys? Because that is it. That is essentially it. We don't give compliments the way women do. I wish we were that good with each other. I wish we didn't have that vulnerability. Like when a woman gives a compliment, it's like a boomerang. I love your skirt. I love your dress. Guy gives a compliment, it's like a frisbee. Nice shirt. Give me back my compliment, man. So annoying. Thank you. I always panic. Does anyone agree with me? Let's find out. No, it's good. But I'll tell you what men can do, and that is dirty talk. I'm not saying now that we're better at it. I'm just saying that the language suits men more than it does to women. Because, guys, have you guys heard the expression, "Who's your daddy"? That was a quick nod. You thought he was going to be in sync, didn't you? You thought we were together. Oh, no, just me. Okay, that's the one bob. But you've heard of it, haven't you? Yeah. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not saying that you say it. I'm not saying that you would or you should. But you could. You absolutely could. Because in the language, "Who's your daddy?" we've all heard the expression, right? And there's couples tonight somewhere, and who knows, maybe, you after the show, you go home and I've inspired you. You might use it tonight. However, there's no equivalent for women. You can say "Who's your daddy," but none of you can ever say "Who's your mommy?" Right? You wouldn't like that, would you, sir? No, didn't think so. "Who's your daddy?" You were all nodding. Oh yeah, I can get behind this campaign. "Who's your mommy?" You're like, no. But it should be the same. "Who's your parent?" I mean, that is technically what you're saying. But even if you said "Who's your parent?" that's weird. You're like, "Oh, come to the bedroom. Who's your parent?" I'm like, don't do that. Don't ever say that again, please. But you could say "Who's your daddy?" It's weird. You'd be like, "Oh, does daddy want this? Does daddy like that?" But if you were like, "Mommy's gonna do," no, don't do anything with mommy. I don't want anything with mommy. Basically, I'm single, and it is hard. No, single people in the room, give us a cheer. Yeah, that's the sound. Yeah, that's the generic kind of, yeah, we are single tickets, aren't they fun? Hard to find a plus one, isn't it? Yeah. But it is great to be single. I am enjoying it very much. So I'm in a very different stage of my dating life right now, because I'm in my 30s. Any 30s people in the room? Woo! Same sound. Well, isn't that a coincidence? Just sounds like you're ready for death. But I'm in my 30s, and I'm in a very different stage of the dating phase right now, because I'm no longer looking for a relationship anymore. What I'm looking for now is just an emergency contact I'm not related to. That's all I can hope for at this stage. Someone, anyone, really, because when you get older, there's a lot more responsibility to do, a lot more things you have to do, a lot of forms to fill out, mortgages, applications and stuff, and it's just embarrassing when that question comes up, "Who's your emergency contact?" and you've got to put "mum." Just sad, just anyone as well, Like, I didn't even get your name, miss. What is your name?
Thea.
Thea. Thea, from now on, I'm going to put yourself down as my emergency contact. But don't worry, you'll never hear from me again. You will never, because what is the point of the emergency contact? It's just literally a name to be like, yeah, I've grown up and left home. That's it. That's all it is. So when I get the call with Thea, I'd be like, yeah, I'm Thea, she's my emergency contact. And then afterwards, it'd be like, she's not answering. But what are you going to do? You know what I mean? But that's it. It's just awkward. I struggle with it. I struggle to find people. I struggle to do that. I'm a little bit anxious, you know, that one day I'll get older, you know, because in 30s now, it's okay being single, but, you know, one day you'll get older, and then all of a sudden you'll get an email, and it'll just say, single girls in the area, gone, all gone. We've emailed you ever since you've opened an account, every marketing, you get these flashes and pop-ups, and you click no, and now they're all gone. And that's really it. Because as you get older, you have to find someone. It's a bit harder, but it's a bit more pressure, but you do have to find someone to connect with. And basically what I've done is I made a pact, like a relationship pact. And I don't know if anyone's ever done this, maybe you've got a friend you can do this with, but basically I have a friend, we made a deal that in 5 years, if we're both single, we're going to start a podcast. That's the level of singleness we've got to. I don't know if that's in your production line afterwards, you know, start off with some films and then when the looks go away, hit the podcast and radio market. But, you know, I do. I've had relationships and stuff. You know, the jokes are there, but you know, the reality is I've had relationships and stuff, but they just don't work out well. I'm going to make fun of the person for it, so maybe give it 5 minutes. But basically, look, we've all been in relationships, and some work, some don't, and that's fine. It's life. It's a part of life. And sometimes you meet someone, and you think they're amazing, and you let go, and you think, oh, fuck, should I let go? Should I not let go? I'll give you an example. So I was dating someone, and she was very much like a social activist and stuff. She was very much into social issues, and she cared a lot about, you know, just every general topic you think of. She always had empathy and care. And which is really lovely. That's a really quality thing to have and a really attractive trait. And I was like, oh wow, when I met her, this is fantastic. But after a while, that shit gets annoying. Like be a good person, but don't be a good person when the TV's on. You know, like when you're home and you're cuddling up and you're just watching something on Netflix, don't comment. Like just get through the show. I'll give you an example of what happened. So we're at home, usual stuff. You're on the sofa, you're watching TV, and afterwards, you know, you're picking up different stuff. And we decided to watch a documentary, that sort of things. And I was like, all right, cool, I like it too. We watched a documentary called The Avocado Wars. Okay? And basically, for those of you who've never seen it, essentially what it is avocados are so popular now in the West, in Europe, in America, and all these places, that in Mexico and Latin America, where they grow the avocados, it's so popular that the farmers are making more income than they've ever made in their life. Therefore, the cartel are now after them. That's the whole documentary in a nutshell. So, essentially the cartel, rather than moving in drugs and guns and cocaine and all the things they're known for, they went from the white rock to the green rock, right? And then that's what the documentary shows you. It shows you that they go up to the farmers and they extort them and say, look, if you don't give us a percentage of your earnings, we're going to kill you. And if you don't give us all these things, we're going to take your children and abduct you. Basically, it's like Narcos, but avocados. So we're watching this documentary together, and she gets really upset by it. She goes, oh my God, look at all the problems that are happening with avocados. That's all because of us. We do that. We buy so many avocados. Oh, what are we going to do with all these avocados? And I was like, I'll eat them. Like, we already bought them. What do you want me to do with it? And it just became all the time the same thing. You know, come home from the supermarket, buy some bananas. She's like, oh my God, where did you get the bananas from? I'm like, the supermarket. So now, do you know the origins of the banana? I was like, it's not a Marvel character. What are you? It's a banana. What's wrong? Like, so she says, no, do you know where it comes from? Where it's raised? Where it's farmed? I'm like, look, it says on the pack, Costa Rica, fair trade, organic. It's a banana, right? What's the big deal? She goes, that's the problem right there. It's not really fair trade. The farmers that grow the bananas, they don't get actual fair trade of the earnings. It's not really fair trade. It's not fair. It's not really fair. And I said, look, I get that, but there's something you should know about me. I like bananas more than farmers. Like, I just do. I'm sorry, but there's a choice, and I chose bananas. The same thing, chocolate, coffee, it's the same thing. She goes, no, you need to wake up to the problems that happen in all these countries. I was like, look, I understand that. I agree with you, but in order to wake up, I need coffee. Can't believe you're putting that. Wow, what a cruel audience. But it is awkward. I try and be a good person. It's hard to be a good person. So much negativity in the world, you know. so much unfair, so much injustice. Sometimes you just want to forget it all, switch off the news, relax, unwind, and I try and do that often. But this negative just comes everywhere. Like I was home once, I'm just watching YouTube, fun time, just relaxing, and all of a sudden, before YouTube comes up, an ad comes up, and it was a charity advert, and it was a young boy from a third world country, and he's looking at the camera, and he's saying, "I'm sick, I'm dying, I have it's cancer, but I hit skip." Because why would I want to see that? I just was enough. I was like, I did not want to see that at all. Because why show me that? What good is that advert? And I started thinking of the positives. I was like, right, you're trying to be a positive person, think of the positive things. I thought of that advert, and I thought, well, it gives young actors work. That's the great thing about these charity adverts. Young actors are out there, and they're playing that boy, he's getting a job. I hope it's an actor. I hope it's an actor, because if it's not, it's way worse. Oh, it's way worse. Because no matter what we think, it is an advert, it's a commercial, which means there's a camera guy, sound guy, film department. There's a whole production team making that commercial. So at one point during the filming, that little boy was looking at the camera going, "I'm sick, I'm dying," and cut! Okay, we gotta do that again. Can we do the lights one more time? Okay, we did a sound check. Can we mic him up, please? All right, team, let's gather together. Let's do this one more. We've only got 6 hours to film this commercial. I've got 6 hours. No. You've got 8 months. We've got 6 hours to film this commercial, and then we're off to our next job. It's hard to be single when you've got these views. I know, it's really awkward. Because that's it. I just try and look for the goodness, but I don't have it. Don't. Anyone got a favourite charity that they support? See, you're not that much better either, are you? No, they're all shit. They're all scum. But their adverts are good. You know why? Great acting. That's the reason. That's why we give money, because of those actors. But no, I'm pretty good. I'm alright. I think I'm pretty good at dating, actually. Like, on paper, I'm a pretty good candidate for dating. The reason I say that is I wrote the paper, and it's weird, like, I'm alright, like, I'm doing quite well in life, doing good, happy and stuff. I'm a comedian, finally doing my dream job, like, performing for all you guys and stuff. This is what I've always wanted, and hurrah, you know? Yeah. And then there's the other stuff. Like, you know, I have my own apartment and a mortgage and this and that. I've got responsibilities. I'm a responsible person. I do everything. Like, I live alone, so I do the cooking, cleaning, laundry, bins, you know, light bulb done. I'm like an Indian, just dancing away every time, changing light bulbs. Taking the bins out, always taking the bins out. Everything, every DIY skill, whatever it is, right? All the stuff I do, I just do it. I'm set. Got everything. Boom, listed. Taken care of. All I need her to do is move in. That's it, just move in, But you can't do that, you can't just go, door, No, you gotta buy him a drink and then get him in, like, you know. It's tough, it is tough as well, you know what I mean? Because what happens is, like, dating is fun, like, you go on dates and stuff, and you're in the front row, and then you break up, but you know, generally speaking, I'm fucking with you guys. Look, do me a favor, get married. Just to piss me off. Just to wind me up and be like, you know. No, but it's fun and stuff. Like, how many days? Be honest. I mean, this is not the first one, for sure. No. Okay. Right. We're gonna be best friends afterwards. Now people go on dates and stuff. First date, second date and stuff. And a lot of couples in the room. Couples, give us a cheer. See? You're not the only ones. No, I can see couples in the room and stuff, you know, and you guys, you know, you're smiling, I can see teeth. Because, like, who's, like, the couple behind you two, you guys here, where are your names? Sebastian and? Lou? Lou, where are you from? China, and Sebastian, you're from? Switzerland. Okay, so again, how did you guys meet?
We met in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so were you living in Germany at the time, or just happened to be working there?
I moved there for work, yeah.
For work? And what were you doing there?
Yeah, I also work in Germany.
Same company?
No. It was, but I just changed my job. Yeah.
So you changed your job to move to, and then you met, or
I don't know. Wait, we met before. Yeah.
and then you left the job.
Yeah.
Okay, that's always. Did you leave because of him, or like there's only so much of you I can put up with, or is the?
No, it's just because I want to change some. I have been in that company for like around 6 years already.
Okay, so you were like so he was the last perk before you left. Essentially, that was it. And how did you get to London, guys?
Just holidays.
Summer, yeah.
Oh, you're here on vacation?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, thank you so much for coming to my show. Tell people back in Germany, I might perform. You never know. There's a new show after this one, so I mean, it's a great one. And behind you, you've got a very handsome gentleman, and with his girlfriend, I presume. Yeah. Okay. You are the handsome gentleman. That is your girlfriend. So you are a couple. I knew there was one. What's your name, buddy?
Sid.
Sid.
Yeah.
Sid. And where are you from, Sid?
India.
Indian, full Indian, 100%?
Well, I actually grew up in Glasgow for a lot of my life, but in India as well for some of my life.
So
I grew up in two cities.
but where were you born, in India?
I was born in a village in India, yeah.
Very specific. I was like, we're not going to visit you, by the way. Like, there's no chance we're all going to go. And also, with the name Sid, I'm guessing the Glaswegian started entering the lifehold, or was that shorter for a longer?
Yeah, it's Siddharth.
That's a cool name. What was it? Sid? It's not Saddam, is it? Because that's a bit weird.
Although in Glasgow I did get called Saddam.
Well, that's probably for different reasons. Let's not. Yeah. Well, Glasgow was racist, wasn't it? Yeah. Surprise, surprise. That was. Yeah. So Sid, and who's the beautiful wife, girlfriend?
Girlfriend, I'm Diane.
You said girlfriend like it should be wife, but like I've actually left numerous hints. But you know, Diane, how did you meet Sid?
We have a friend in common.
Friend in common, and so they're the matchmaker, right?
Well, I made it happen. Just to have a
Okay,
friend.
you cheated on her with your ex. I get it. That's friend in common was basically you saw Sid and thought I'm having him. That was it. No, I'm teasing off. It's good. Like it's happy. It's like, first date, second date. You go out. You go to like a comedy night. You have fun. You have laughs. And then 6 months down the line, it's a little bit tense and stuff. You got to make that decision. Are we committed now, or are we just dating? What's going on? And then you get a little bit further down the line, and then that's really when like drama seems to appear. In my cases, anyway, because it's usually a case of what are your goals, what are your issues and stuff. And it's usually like an ex or maybe a parent issue, maybe a financial issue. There's so many things happening in people's lives. It's hard to meet someone because of these issues. There's a lot of things people won't give up because of they don't want to commit to a relationship. Like for example, she might not want to give up her career. Or he has a wife, just little things, And we've all got that thing, you meet someone, you'd be like, oh, everyone's got their little bag of things that they've collected over their years that they don't want to get rid of. And the best thing to do is just get rid of that shit. Just get rid of all of it. Because everyone has it. Everyone has this thing called baggage. We have that expression where we say, oh, this person has a lot of baggage. And I'm no different. I've got my baggage as well, Like my thing is I'm insecure, or I was anyway. That was my whole thing. Growing up, I was an insecure person, I was a shy person, didn't have a lot of confidence. But as I get older, get wiser and stuff, get more confident, now it's all good. And I much prefer my life now than I did back then. Like 30s dating is way better than 20s dating. 20s dating, I was afraid I'd meet someone and they'd have skeletons in a closet. But now in my 30s, all I want is the skeleton to be organized in the closet. I don't care if they exist, just have a filing system, something. We can work through it together. Yeah. And then there's 40s dating, where you meet someone and be like, oh, so you recently broke up with your ex? Yes, I killed them and burned them in the garden. And you're like, garden? Maybe I'll move in with you. So everyone's got this baggage that they have, and you just need to get over it, right? I think what we need is a system, a nice system to find out how much baggage do you have before entering a relationship. Like the airport. You come into the ship with your baggage, and every person gets a nice 20 kilo max of your past before you enter the security of the relationship. Okay? And you can do it right then. Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to the relationship. Can I take your bag? Yep, you pack yourself? Great. And we wait there, and it's like, I'm sorry, you've got 2 kilos of an ex you need to get rid of. You've got a kilo of your dad you just get rid of. Whatever it is, just get rid of it. That's it. And you can get all new trauma in my duty-free gift shop. Whatever it is, right? And that's all we do. We just weigh our baggage then and there and just get rid of whatever past. However, when you tell someone, oh, by the way, you've got too much baggage, what, did they go, oh yeah, don't worry, I know exactly what to get rid of? No, it's just like at the airport. They open the whole fucking bag from everyone and they just whip out their whole past right in front of you. You'll have oh, your dad's issues, your exes, you've got a t-shirt that says who's your mummy on it. You're like, when were you wearing that? When did you plan to wear that? Did you have that in your bag the whole time? Absolutely crazy. I just want a system, a nice system to go, right, this is how you meet the one. This is how you do it. You know? Like what's your baggage? Go on. No, my baggage mainly is just like who I am as a person. I don't mean like what I do or what I say, but just like the things I just cannot change. Because the thing I get the most is, like I mentioned before, I'm Scottish, I'm Arab, and that's like a question that always pops up. And people will say things, oh, Scotland and Iraq, that's an interesting mix. I'm not a puppy. Like, like who here, outside of the front 2 rows, so I've already been, but who here's got like an ethnic background? Anyone? Yourself? And do you have an ethnic background in the dark in this area here? Someone? What's your one?
I
Yeah.
don't have an ethnic background.
But you raised your hand anyway.
Looking at me.
Well, yeah, but it was more in the over this side over here. You got where are you from, buddy?
Irish and Indian. Yes.
Irish and Indian,
Yeah.
right? And do you get a lot of questions with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born in Chile, so
You're born where?
in Chile.
In Chile.
Yeah, so Irish accent very much doesn't line up. So.
Oh, okay, so the Irish accent would imply you grew up in Ireland.
Yeah,
Right. Okay, but you're born in Chile. So how did that happen? Where did your parents meet?
London. Yeah, I'm going through this every single time we meet a new person. Yeah.
This is my point.
Yeah.
Right. So let's go through your. What's your name, sir?
Shane.
Shane. Very Irish name. Okay. What's your surname?
Oh, London.
Again, Irish.
I had Kaveen as my first name when I was born.
You got rid of that
Got
straight away,
rid of
didn't you?
that when I could, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you were able to, that's why pencils have erasers. Because you knew straight away, and I'm guessing, was that your decision, your parents?
No, like my sister and brother have 2 Irish names.
Okay.
But, so my mum got to call me like an Indian name. It just didn't roll off the tongue for the first 2 weeks, and Dad was like, "Might have to switch that."
So your dad just basically went, we're getting rid.
Well, it just didn't roll off the tongue. It was just like it was Kevin with an A. It just didn't fit in Chile. Just couldn't pronounce it.
Oh, so the people in Chile couldn't pronounce your name. Am I right in this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's recap. No, this all makes sense. So you are half Indian,
Yeah.
half Irish.
Yeah.
Which one? Who's the mum and the dad? Who's
Dad's
who?
Irish, mum's Indian.
So dad being the Irish one was like, we're getting rid of that Indian name. Keep the Indian mother. You kept her, didn't you?
She's the-
Right. Okay. Yeah. So keep the one thing that actually raises the child, but the name that we don't need. Let's scrap that. And you said your parents met in London.
Yeah.
How did you get to Chile?
Dad moved over there for work.
Okay, that's just normal. Yeah, okay.
Very much. Yeah. Okay,
That's cool. So, parents met in London. They both grew up in London, or
yeah. No, my mum was born in Zambia, and then
so are your grandparents from Zambia?
no,
Okay, so your grandparents are Indian
on my mum's side. Yeah.
on one side, yeah. They moved to Zambia.
Yeah.
Zambia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then she moved from Zambia to London.
Yeah.
She met your dad,
Yeah.
who's Irish.
Yes.
They, for circumstances of work, went to Chile.
No.
Oh.
So, Keep going.
No, yes. Because here's the thing. Just give us this, for example, the lady who is not ethnicity. Where are you from?
London.
Where are your parents from?
London.
See? This is, I sympathize with you so much, right? Because this is my baggage as well, okay? Because my thing as well, like, people ask me all the time, oh, Iraq and Scotland and stuff, like, okay, yeah, family's from Iraq. Great, why did they leave Iraq? It was Iraq. When did they leave? You know, late 80s, 90s. Why did they leave? It was Iraq. And then they go, okay, well, why did they pick Scotland? I'm like, they didn't pick Scotland. They left Iraq. There's a very subtle difference there. And they're like, what's the difference? I was like, well, Scotland's a bit like the ugly child at the school dance. It was either dance with them or get detention. You know, it wasn't like a choice. I mean, and I get these questions a lot. So I round of applause, sir, for yourself for giving up your time there. Because like you said, you said as well, Prague as well. Yeah, and of course you said you're half Iranian, half English, and you were Iranian and Australian. So again, like you see here the mixture of the differences, and this is basically like what we have to always put up with when we get these questions. Because when you ask someone where they're from, there's a historical context to every country, right? You can't just ask someone, oh, where are you from? And then when they ask her, oh yeah, Iraq, and you're like, huh? Like, you know, certain countries have a certain history. You wouldn't go to someone from the Ukraine and go, oh, how'd you leave Ukraine? Like, you just know these things of what to ask and what not to ask. And Iraq's one of those countries where, you know, you should know better on what not to ask. And I get that a lot. So, it's a common thing. Well done for answering. Because, again, you know, like, people say to me, okay, like, Iraq and Scotland, like, how did it happen? So, I just from my family from Iraq, but my mum, her family are from Kurdistan, so she's of Kurdish descent. And in Iraq, when Saddam Hussein took over Iraq and became a dictatorship, he essentially attacked a group of people called the Kurdish Falis, and my family are Kurdish Fali. So, as the dictatorship continued, what he would do is he'd go to like every household and would like knock on the door and be like, right, we're taking like a family member, and so my uncle and aunt were taken away from the family. And then as the dictatorship continued, like, you know, all my mom's side of the family, they were all put in jail. So mom, siblings, grandparents, all put in like a jail. And then as the time passed by, they were released from jail. However, you know, they weren't just like sent back to their normal home. Everything was taken away, all their assets, all their possessions. And that was it. Like, you know, they had nothing else. So what happened was they were sent to the border. So if you imagine, like, this is the Iraq border, and then this is the Iran border, and in between is like the Gulf War. And they had to essentially walk from the border to the Iranian border through that war, and it took them 3 days, and eventually they made it to the Iran border, and they started life in Iran there. And over time, they kind of settled for a bit. My brother was born there, but the war continued, so they had to leave. So my mom, pregnant with me at the time, brother was just one, she left Iran to go to Scotland, and all by herself, no like money, no language, no nothing, didn't have any family members, didn't know anyone, she just left and landed in Scotland all by herself. And then that was it, you know, she just had to start her whole life again with 2 babies at the time. And do you want a drink, by the way? No, I'm so sorry. I'm still on a date. Like, this is what I tell people when I go on dates and they ask me, oh, so where are you from? And I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I tell them. I'm like, yeah, you better get a drink because it's a long story. But like, oh, Iraq and Scotland, that's an interesting mix. Maybe we'll get a drink together. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should get a bottle because I've got a story to tell. It has been fantastic to have you guys here. So again, if you want to keep in touch, follow me on Instagram, match with me on Hinge, block me on WhatsApp, whatever the process is that you guys have. But otherwise, thank you so much. Hope you had a good show tonight.